it's Melanie Henson here again, Coleman's Craft Warehouse, and I'm back with my sword liner brush. I've been experimenting a little bit more with it, and I was just going to show you today how to paint a really easy hydrangea. I'm going to start with a little guideline circle just to give me an outline to work within, because I don't want to go off-piste here, just to keep myself contained. And yeah, I've got this lovely sword liner brush, which is quite unusual shaped brush. It's got the nice pointy tip here. It's got flat bristles coming out of the ferrule, so you can cover large areas of paper for washes and stuff like that. So yeah, I've done a video on this brush in the last video, so that's got more information if you want to watch that. But to carry on with our hydrangea here, I'm going to mix a nice little bit of purple. So I've got French ultramarine and a bit of alizarin crimson or permanent rose. That gives me a lovely clean purple. I'm probably going to need some more paint here. I look like I'm running out, don't I? And I'm just going to mix up a variety of these puddles of colour. So some will be more pink, some will be more purple, just so I've got a nice range of colours to work from, because, you know, hydrangeas aren't just all one purple or pink, are they? They have a variety of colours. And I'm actually going to just grab some more French ultramarine from somewhere. Let me just see if I've got any in one of my pans here. Otherwise I'll have to jump away from the camera. I should be able to. I think I've got some here in one of my little pans, so that'll do for now. And I've actually got some here on my plate, so I'm all right. Okay. Right, so I'm going to wet my French ultramarine just so that it's soft enough for me to dip my brush into. You'll see in a minute how that's going to work. So what I'm going to do is load up my brush with some of this purple. Okay, it's quite a pale mix. I haven't got too much paint in there. I want this to be a nice gentle soft painting, and then I'm just going to dip the tip of my brush into my ultramarine. You can use purple as well. I haven't actually got any purple on my palette, so I'm just going to go with the blue. And then this is the painting edge of the brush, this sort of slanted edge. Now you'll need to hold your brush maybe a little bit differently than you would normally. So to start off with, I'm going to just put the tip of my brush down, and then keeping the tip of the brush where it is, I'm going to just wiggle my brush around that tip. Okay, and then again I'm going to pick up some more of my purple, just put the tip into my blue, and then again just putting the tip of my brush down, keeping the tip where it is, and then putting some pressure on the blade of the brush, and then just wiggle it around. So you can see there in the center where I'm placing the tip of the brush is where the little petals are coming from. So tip of the brush down, keep it where it is, and wiggle my brush around that center. And already you can see the center of that little cluster of petals developing. Let's just go a little bit more. Okay, so there's my first little one of these clusters of flowers. Very pretty and very easy. I think this would be nice even for you card makers out there to do something like this, maybe for your cards, or just, you know, if you just wanted to maybe try some watercolor and you weren't sure where to start, this would be quite fun to do. And you only need one brush. So again, I'm just putting the center of my brush, tip of my brush down in the center, and then just wiggling it around that center point. Some of these can overlap a little bit. That might be quite nice. So really quite simple, and I'm just turning my page as I go, you know, just to get the angle right. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of the pink, I think. Let's just get a little bit more of that, and again dip the tip of my brush into my very concentrated blue in my pan there. And again, you can kind of use whatever colors you want. Just get that little tip down and then just wiggle your brush around till you get those petals. It's looking well so far. Let's get some more going, and you would just continue in this way. Also remember, maybe some of the flowers, some of the little clusters of petals, you want to start a little bit further away from the others so you've got room to paint them. And I'm just swiveling my page just to get the angle for those flowers. Okay, so just working within my sort of guideline circle here until you end up with something looking like that. I probably won't do the whole lot because you might not want to watch me do the whole lot. You might want to just rush off and get your paints and start painting. I'm hoping you will be inspired enough to do that. And again, this is just something to do if you think, oh, I want to do a little bit of painting, but I'm not really sure what I want to do. I don't want to do a whole picture, I just want to do a few little bits. And it's really good. All these little things will just help you with brush control and, you know, just building muscle memory for your painting. Okay, all right, I'm going to leave it there for now, but you can see how you would then build it up to do something like this. And then for the leaves, I'm going to just get some of my green. Oh, I have got purple there. Let's see, I'm going to go with some, I keep coming back to the Perylene green. It is in the artist quality range of paints, so it is one of the more expensive paints, but it is a color I use a lot. So if you do want to invest in it, it's really handy. But as I say, if you've only got blue and yellow, then you can just mix your greens from that. A French ultramarine is always handy, and a lemon yellow is always good. That makes a lovely clean green. Okay, so again, just using the tip of my brush. I actually want quite a thick stem for this because it's a heavy flower, so it needs a thicker stem. So I'm going to put a little bit more pressure on my brush just to get that thicker stem. And then for the leaves, again, just starting off with the point of the brush and running a central vein down, and then just working outwards from there. So again, just putting a little bit more pressure down on that brush and then picking it up a little bit as I get towards the edge of the leaf. And then maybe just pick up a bit more of a different green. Okay. All right, and then maybe just a paler green. I add some more water, and we can do another leaf coming down this way. And I haven't done this very logically because I've worked from right to left, whereas I'm right-handed, so it would make sense for me to work the other way around and have done this leaf first, then I wouldn't be smudging my work. But anyway, okay, so there's another leaf, and if I just want to add a little bit of extra oomph to that leaf while it's still wet, I just mix up a little bit of a darker green, and I can just drop that in there and just maybe run that down some veins. Same with that one there. And it'll all just blend through nicely and just be lovely. So just some very simple ideas there for you to play with the sword liner brush, also known as a dagger brush or sometimes a striper brush. But that could definitely be my new favorite brush. Okay, so have fun with that. Hope you feel inspired and happy painting. See you next time.